In general, it's buckle.
Hektish should be batal. Hektish should be batal.
We would just invented printing money faster if this was dollars.
I think people are still upset about that.
Off the gold standard.
Wasn't it? It's like it's not constitutional or something. There's problems. Ella Amar Abaya Biksha Lignes Dinra Hadriana Tiriana Shayafa. This is a proof that Shayafa has got to be another type of coin. They wanted to get rid of. They wanted to not use those coins from Hadrian and Trajan, his coins, because of the mint in Yerushalayim. This most of those coins came from Yerushalayim. They had a mint over there, and they would make the coins there. Until they found the pasuk, which is the pasuk we just quoted. It's interesting. You said what a terrible person Hadrian was. In Roman history, he was incredible. In Jewish history, he was terrible. But we don't, we judge everyone by how they are in Jewish history, not by that he conquered.
He was the one who said no Shabbos.
Hadrian?
Yeah. That was Shas Hashmad. Was Hadrian?
That guy was the worst of the worst.
Yeah. The perspectives are they don't have a Queen Esther in conventional history. They don't have that, but they have one queen that was terrible, and they think that that's Esther. In their history, Esther first of all made a civil war. She got rid of the person in charge. So it's always from the perspective was okay. That's also how we vote for president.
But didn't he have Charot at the end? He did something.
Who? Adrian?
No.
Maybe he told Onkelos.
Didn't
It's two Gersois. If Onkelos is a nephew of Titus or of Hadrian. There's two versions here in the Gemara. But he told him to buy low and sell high, and so he said okay. So that's why he converted. Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Rav. It's probably supposed to be Amar Rav. Rav Yehuda says in the name of Rav, Kol Kesef Amar B'Torah Stam is Kesef Tzuri. We said before that if it says in the Torah Kesef, it's a Sela. Here he says it's Kesef. It's Kesef Tzuri, which may be a Sela anyway. Now, B'Shel Divrayim, Kesef Medina. But in the Mishnayos, when it says Kesef, it means a Kesef Medina. Kesef Medina would be 1/8 of a Sela Tzuri, which we're talking about. And that happens to be, if you go back to Rabbi Chanina, he said that a Sela is Astra, Sarsia, Misdamna Tmai Bedinra, that would be fit with Rabbi Chanina. In the Mishnayos, it's less. The Gemara says, "V'klalahu, is this really a rule? Tana, if someone claims against someone else that he owes him money, and the person says, I owe you only 50%, and so he has they put an oath on him. It's called the Maida B'Miktas. The person gives to his friend silver, and it doesn't say how much, or vessels to guard. Utinan, and it was taught in the Mishnah, Shvus Adayanim, that when the judges administer an oath, Hataina, when it's the claim that they say you owe me, and he says I only owe half, Shtei Kesef, it has to be 2 silver. How much would this be referring to?
It's 2 silver ma.
2 silver ma. Now, what did we say the pasuk says when it says kesef? We said it's kesef tzuri, means a sela. Here we say that it's 2 ma. Sela is probably 20 or 24 ma. Here it says it's 2. Shani Hasam Diksiv Kesef Kalim. It's not a kasha. Because it says Kesef Kalim. And Ma Kalim Shnayim, Av Kesef Shnayim. Ma Kesef Davar Chashav, Av Kalim Davar Chashav. So we learn one from another. We learn that over there, Kesef doesn't really mean a Sela. Kesef is compared to Kalim. And just like Kalim, Keli could be something small that's usable, some sort of utensil. So too, here it could be something small. It doesn't have to be that large a coin. The Gemara says, very meiser. What about redeeming meiser? Someone has produce that he needs to take to Yerushalayim. It's called meiser sheni. So it says that he could redeem it. But you need to redeem it on an actual coin. Very meiser, b'tziv v'tzarta kesef biyodcha, utinan hapiret sela mimayis meiser sheni. If someone wants to change his small coins, and because he wants to go to Yerushalayim, so he's exchanging his small coins for larger coins. So Beishamai says, it's Machlekes Beishamai and Beis Hillel here. They're not even bringing the Machlekes. Do you see what the Machlekes says? If kesef means a tsuri coin, so why does it say that you need to have? Why does it say that you can redeem it for small coins? You should only be able to redeem if kesef means the monatsuri that Rav said, that it means a sela. You should only be able to redeem it if it's that amount. You can't redeem it on smaller coins. It says that you have to put the money into your hand. And what is money? Or silver. What is silver? Silver means that it's a certain amount. And here we said that you end up with smaller amounts. How do you have a smaller amount? If the pasuk says kesef, and kesef we know means a certain amount, which we said is kesef tsuri. Means you can't have smaller amounts. So the Gemara answers that kesef riba, that it says kesef, it says actually 3 times, and that tells me that you can use even less than what normally kesef is referring to. Very hektish the ksiv asana kesef bekamlai. When it comes to hektish, it says that you can redeem it, you give the money and you redeem it. That you can actually use a much smaller amount to redeem hektish. How can you use a smaller amount? It says menasana kesef. You have to be able to give not a pruta, you have to give kesef. Kesef means a sela. So the Gemara says hektish nami yalef kodesh from meiser. We learn from meiser. And meiser we said that it says 3 times kesef. That tells me that it could be any amount. And so too by hektish. Gemara asks now, very kiddushi isha the ksiv yatzachina mein kasef. It says that the slave goes out for free, and the Gemara learns from that over there he goes out for free. There's no payment to this master for him to go out. However, there is another master that does get payment. That's talking about the maidservant that would get married, or a woman that gets married. Utanan, Beishamai Yamrim B'dinar B'shava dinar. Beishamai says that in order for a marriage to take place, the value of the kedushin is a dinar or an actual dinar, or the value of a dinar. Beisil Yamrim Pruta B'shava Pruta. Beisil says it's a Pruta or Shava Pruta. And how did we learn this all? Because we said Ein Kesef, and we said Ein Kesef Ladan Zeh, but there is Kesef to someone else. That means that marriage would require Kesef. How much is Kesef? A Sela. Here we're saying that Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel argue about if it's a dinar or a pruta. Lema Rav Asi Damar ke Beis Shammai. Let's say that Rav Asi holds like Beis Shammai, because Beis Shammai says that it's a dinar. And how are we going to get a dinar to call Kesef Stam Kesef Tzuri? Oh, so it's not a seller, it would be a dinar. That Kesef is really a dinar. Like Kesef Shekel Ela Kesef Davi Dinar Tzuri, I'm sorry. What the Rav Asi was talking about the dinar of Tzuri, which means that it's 4 dinar per seller.
Because it's a country.
Right. That was the currency. It was called a Kesef Tzuri. So the Gemara says that Rav Asi is going to hold like Beis Shammai. The Gemara says Aliyat Mar Hachi Yitmar. Amar Rabbi Yehuda Amar Rav Asi called Kesef Kotzev Amar, but there is Kesef Tzuri. It's not the word Kesef. We're going to resolve all our issues here. It's not the word silver that means a certain amount. The word silver doesn't tell us that amount. If there is an amount in the Torah, then it's talking about Kesef Tzuri, which means dinarim. B'shel Divrayim, it's Kesef Medina. And if it's in the Mishnah, then it's Kesef Medina. Then it's the much smaller amount that we said from Rabbi Chanina, which is 1/8 of what we said is in the Torah. Okay. The Gemara says Maika Mashman. If that's the case, so what's he telling us? Tanina, this was already taught in the Mishnah. Chamish limes shall ben b'manatzuri. The 5 coins of the child that are used for the pidyon ben, that's used manatzuri. We know that from our Mishnah. What is Rabbi Yehuda Marav saying? So, V'shel Devrayim Kesef Medina Tzrichalei. Granted, what it says in the Torah that it's we use manatzuri. What it says in the Torah that it's anytime it says silver with a value, it means manatzuri. That we know from our Mishnah, because it says pidyon ben is manatzuri. I don't need Rabbi Yehuda Marav to tell me that. What do I need Rabbi Yehuda Marav to tell me? His second statement that what it says in the Mishnayos, it's Medina. That's what I need it for. The Tanan, it's taught in the Mishnah, the Kela Chaveirei. If someone hits his friend on his ear, possibly what it means that he blows into his ear, and he causes him to go deaf.
Oh, nice friend.
Or
No, it causes him to go deaf. He only pays him a seller.
no, so this, I'm sorry.
Temporarily.
It's humiliation. It's humiliation. It's humiliation.
Oh, okay.
So, nice and sela. V'lo yitem a sela arba zuzi. Don't say that a sela means 4 zuz, because that's what it would mean according to the Torah. Sela is 4 zuz. Ela palga de zuzah. It's a half a zuz, which means 1/8 of a sela in the Torah. The Koreanchi sela palga de zuz, because that's what people call a sela. That would be the Medina. Chanan Bisha. This fellow, Chanan Bisha, now we got that last name. Takalela Gavra. He hit his friend, or he blew into his friend in his ear. Also, comes to Ravuna. Amalei havle palga de zuzah. He says, give him a half a zuz. So, Havis Ika, or Havale Zuzah Machabade. He had one zuz that was losing its the face on it, and the leinafak. Couldn't use it. Right. So he gives him the coin, but he doesn't have the change. He doesn't have the change. He's supposed to only give half a zuz. Here he has a whole zuz. So Takalei Achrin of Yav and Eily. So he hit him again, and he gave him the other zuz. It was like the joke.
He's a Talmud Chacham.
This is like with they said the president of Israel came, and he was visiting America. So they introduced him to the owner of Cadillac. So they said, "I'm going to give you a Cadillac." So he says, "But I'm from Israel. I can't take a gift. I have to pay for it." So he says, "Okay, pay me 50 cents." So he takes out $1. He says, "Give me 2." Here, this is it. Takes out his zuz.
Did that really happen? Or is this a joke?
Apparently, this one happened where he hits him twice. Okay, let's leave it over here. Let's leave this.
Wow.